Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Mitchell. Today I want to share something a little different, not just facts, but my own personal journey. This is what happened when I decided to quit sugar completely for 30 days. Day 2. I was sitting in my room and my head was pounding so hard I couldn't even focus on the simplest tasks. The craving for sugar was so intense that I kept glancing at the fridge every few minutes, like it was calling my name. I had decided to quit sugar completely. No sweets, no soft drinks, no hidden sugar in sauces or packaged food. Just 30 days. I thought it would be easy. I was wrong. It started on day 1. Nothing dramatic happened. I felt normal, maybe a little proud of myself for starting. But inside my body, something had already begun. My blood sugar was starting to shift, quietly, without me even noticing. Then came day 2 and day 3. That's when it hit me. The headaches, the irritability. I snapped at my brother over something so small I don't even remember what it was. I felt foggy, like my brain was wrapped in cotton. I later learned this is what withdrawal actually feels like. The same kind of reaction your body has when you quit caffeine or nicotine. My brain had gotten used to the dopamine spikes sugar gave it, and now that they were gone, it was throwing a tantrum. I almost gave up on day 3. I stood in front of my kitchen cabinet, staring at a chocolate bar for what felt like 5 full minutes. But I didn't touch it. I told myself, just get through these first 3 days. By day 5, something shifted. The cravings were still there, but they weren't screaming at me anymore, just whispering. My energy was all over the place. Some hours I felt unstoppable, other hours I could barely keep my eyes open. My sleep was a little messed up too, like my body still hadn't figured out its new rhythm. By the end of that first week, I noticed something small, but real. My morning cravings, the ones that used to hit me the second I opened my eyes, were quieter. Week 2 is when things actually started to feel good. My energy stopped crashing in the afternoons. You know that feeling after lunch when you just want to put your head down on the desk? That started fading. My blood sugar was stabilizing and I could feel it. People around me started noticing things too. My skin looked clearer. I hadn't even realized how much sugar was tied to those little breakouts I always blamed on stress. Week 3 is when it got interesting. I bit into an apple one afternoon and it tasted sweeter than I remembered, almost like biting into candy. My taste buds were resetting. The cravings had dropped so much that going a whole day without sugar didn't feel like a battle anymore. It just felt normal. And my mood, I noticed I wasn't as snappy in the mornings anymore. That short fuse I had during the first week was gone. By week 4, days 22 through 30, everything felt different. My energy was steady all day, no big spikes, no crashes. I was sleeping better. Even the bloating I didn't realize I'd been carrying around for months had gone down, and the sweetness of natural things, fruit, dates, was more than enough to satisfy me. By day 30, I realized my entire relationship with food had changed. Sugar wasn't something I needed anymore. It had become something I could simply choose, or not choose. Now, here's something I want to clear up, because I got this wrong before I started. I thought quitting sugar meant quitting fruit too. It doesn't. Fruit has natural sugar, but it comes packaged with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that change how your body processes it completely, compared to the sugar hiding in soft drinks or packaged snacks. The fiber slows everything down so there's no sudden spike like you get from processed sugar. This journey was never about fearing natural food. It was about cutting out the sugar I didn't even know I was eating. And here's the part that actually surprised me the most. Something I read while I was going through all this. Brain scans show that when people look at or eat high-sugar foods, the exact same part of the brain lights up that activates in response to addictive substances, the same reward pathway, the same dopamine surge, the same "I need more" feeling. Scientists still debate whether sugar can technically be called an addiction the way drugs are, because the chemistry isn't identical. But the behavior pattern, the craving, the tolerance, the withdrawal, all 3 showed up exactly the way I described from my own first 3 days. That's why those first 3 days felt so brutal. And that's exactly why, once I got through them, everything started to reset. So when people say quitting sugar is hard, I don't think that's weakness. It's just biology. My brain had learned over and over that sugar equals reward, and it took 30 days to unlearn that. If you're thinking about trying this yourself, here's what actually helped me. First, I started reading labels. I had no idea how much sugar was hiding in things that didn't even taste sweet. Second, I focused on drinks first. Soft drinks, sweetened juices, flavored coffee, cutting those out alone made a massive difference before I even touched food. Third, I prepared myself mentally for those first 3 days. I knew the cravings were coming, so when they hit, I wasn't blindsided. I drank more water and tried to sleep well, which honestly made those days easier. Fourth, I leaned into natural sweetness instead of cutting everything out overnight. Fruit, dates, a little honey here and there. Fifth, whenever a craving hit, I just gave myself something else to do. Most cravings only last 10 to 15 minutes. If you can distract yourself that long, it usually just passes on its own. And I want to say this clearly. This wasn't about being perfect. I slipped up once, around day 18, and had a small dessert at a family dinner. I didn't quit. I just started again the next morning. Consistency mattered more than perfection. So that was my 30 days without sugar. From the brutal first 3 days, through the slow build of week 2, the taste bud reset of week 3, all the way to feeling genuinely different by day 30. My energy, my mood, my skin, even the way my brain responded to food, all of it changed. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Sarah Mitchell and tell me in the comments. Would you try this for 30 days? In the next video, I'll be sharing another experience just like this one. Until then, take care of yourself.